Oh, thank you for watching this video. This video is for QuickBooks for small business owners. So you just subscribe to QuickBooks Online, and you're a small business owners. So where to start? That's the focus of this video. And I've dealt with hundreds of small business owners. I'm just sharing my experience with them. Hopefully, it's helpful. And leave a comment if you have any questions, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, so I'm gonna go to QuickBooks Online and get started. Okay, so this is QuickBooks Online, and your dashboard could look a little bit different, or depending on what type of subscription level you have, but really doesn't matter. So just by looking at it, it's kind of hard to figure out where to go. So I'm just gonna make it very simple for you, and you can make adjustments, over the time frame. The first thing you want to do is understand all these, the steps navigation bar in here. Okay, the first thing you want to do is upper right corner, you see the gear icon. So this is where you have all the settings, account settings for the QuickBooks. So just click that one and click the account and settings under your company. So this one you should have it. Okay. And after that, um, try to update this information. It's kind of self-explanatory. And if you don't have all information, don't worry. Just to make a to-do list, for example, this tax form, just look at your tax form from last year. This is basically for your own information, This is not going to go anywhere. So basically for your internal purpose. And make sure to update your address in here. This address is kind of important. The reason being, when you try to invoice your customer, that's the address they will see it. So make sure you have everything up to date, updated. And if you don't have it, just make a to-do list and come back here and try to update it. And later on, you can go over all the other steps in your other settings. But for now, that's all you need. You can just click on the other stuff and see what they're asking for. But for now, you don't have to worry about it. uh, and another thing is, you know normally the default for the setting, if you don't do anything for over 1 hour, they will just log you off, and you can change this to up to 3 hours. But that's not a big thing. And then people ask, well, what do I do? Just close my browser, or if I want to log out, uh, or just sign up? It doesn't matter. Basically, if you want to sign up, you just go in here and then sign up in here, sign out, or just debit, it will automatically log out for you. Okay. So the first thing you want to do after that is you need to have your bank account set up in your chart of accounts. Okay. Uh, and then it will help you when you do the bank connect. So what you do is, so basically, if you're small business owners and do maybe some invoicing to your customers and receive payment, and you buy stuff from certain people. And so that's what most of the business owners do. So you should be focusing on this transactions, uh, section here, navigation bar here, transactions tab in here. It used to be banking, now they call it transactions. So these are the ones: bank transactions, chart of accounts, bank transactions, chart of accounts. And if you want to, I'll go over this bank transaction a little more in here, and chart of accounts. And the sales is basically, if you have customers and you invoice all, or you have sales receipt, then you come here and click customers, and then just add new here, new, and just follow this, And if you already have a customer list, you can just basically import from your spreadsheet, So import customers, Uh, so it'd be like a format should be like this: your name, company name, phone number, and maybe email address. So just look at it here. So this is, this type of information you need. It doesn't have to be complete. The first thing you need is the name and maybe email address, and the email address and the company address. If you need to send out. Okay, so that's the customer type, and then for the expenses you create vendors. So you have vendors. So that's the same thing actually, like here, just try to update it. You don't have to do, everything. Just update the ones you do business with, more often, And same thing in here too. So you can import vendors if you have a list. It's pretty easy Excel thing, Okay, so and then, and if you have a contractors, that independent contractors, well, and they are not your employee. Basically, just pay $500, 1,000 whenever they provide you service, some sort of service. So this is where you come, or just make it vendors. Doesn't really matter. Just vendors in here, and just add it. And at some point, like in here, it will ask you if it's independent in here. If it's an independent contractor, you can add in here. Say track uh, payments for 1099 if you want to send out 1099 at the year end, if it's independent contractors. So you can track it here. Make sure to check this box and get the business ID or social security number from your contractors. Okay, so now, so once you know the customers, now you know the vendors and contractors, and uh, if you charge sales tax, when you create invoices, then you have to go through this sales tax thing. If you don't create sales tax, if you don't charge sales tax, then it's no big deal. So you can. This one, it's kind of straightforward. It automatically link, and depending on where you charge sales tax, so it's kind of a straightforward thing. So sales tax in here. Just basically go through the settings in here, sales tax settings. It'll, it's pretty straightforward, and it automatically charges sales tax after that. Then, of course, you have to pay it, so you can watch my other videos and how to record sales tax in QuickBooks. I've done over 500 videos on QuickBooks Online, so I have covered almost everything for this one, many times. Okay, so now once you're done with the sales tax, now we can go back to chart of accounts. See chart of accounts in here. Okay, so the chart of accounts, whenever you subscribe to QuickBooks Online, they ask you a couple of questions, what type of business and all that thing. They have like thousands and thousands of customers based on that. So you should see some sort of chart of account format template anyway. So just try to stick with that one. Don't try to, make a laundry list of new expense accounts, anything like that, or revenue accounts. Just stay with whatever they have for now. Once you are familiar with it, QuickBooks later on, in maybe 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, then try to add new accounts. That's what's right for your business. So basically, but now for these bank accounts, you need to create a bank account in here in chart of accounts. So, and whenever you see something like this, it's bank connected, a little arrow in there. Okay, so the account type is bank. Let's just do see how I did it here. I'll show you. So to stay with the few bank accounts, like these are your real business bank accounts, and a real business credit card account. It's not like you have a personal account and well, sometimes I use this business card with for my business. Don't try to connect that one or don't try to add it in here. Okay. So if you have uh, certain business expenses, you use your credit card, and I will go over how to handle that separately. But don't try to add it in that business account and try to connect it. This is best for your own business. Okay, so now the way it works is okay. So the account type is bank right here, and the detail type. So make sure the account type is bank all the time, and the checking, or if it's checking or savings, whatever. And then you figure out the name of the bank, and it's a checking or savings, and then just put the last four digits, of your bank account. So it's for your own reference, then it's easy to connect. Uh, so you identify it, so it works something like this. And so then you just try to save it, don't worry about the opening balance and all that stuff. When you bank connect, it automatically download the opening balance, and if something off, then you have to deal with that with your uh, accountant or someone. You can figure out what videos and how to fix the opening balance, so you can watch those videos and figure out how to handle that later on. Now, don't worry about the opening balance. Okay, so now this one is a bank account. Now let's just see the credit card, the same thing. So let's just say credit card in here. Okay, there's a Chase credit card in here. American Express. Let's just say Apple credit. That's the same thing. So same thing. Account type is credit. Make sure you have a bank account, bank type, your credit card accounts. Account type is credit. It's right here, credit card, and then the detail type is also credit. That's all they have in there. And just name it and put the account number, last four digits, like 1, 2, 3, last four, for your own reference, and then save it. Okay, so that's done. And once you're done with the setting up those two bank and credit card types accounts, make sure, as I said, these are like business type of accounts. It's not, don't try to include your personal accounts, although you may have certain business related expenses. Okay, so let's go to bank now, bank transactions, and then try to connect this link account. Just go to link account, and you just follow through. It's self-explanatory. So you'll say most of the banks are in here. You'll see it here, and you can get more in here, like that. But if you don't see it, just type something in here, like a chase. It'll give you chase in here. So it'll list all the chase, which one. Okay. So once it's connected, uh, then it will download transactions, once a day. Okay. So it will download transactions, and for example, in here, let's see, I don't have anything in here. Let's say in here, like it will download transactions, something like this. Okay. And all you have to do is, depending on how much time you have, it doesn't matter. You can do it once a week or every day. Uh, and so basically, what happens is once it's downloaded, it's not in your QuickBooks register. It won't show up in your income statement yet. So you have to categorize those transactions. And so basically, to download, like this one says Jack in the Box, and make sure you add the vendor. Don't leave those blank. And just add in here. and this will be real helpful to you in the future. If you want to find out how much you pay rent to your landlord, how much you bought supplies from certain supplier, so just categorize, whatever is the right type for your business, and just try to be consistent, So if you use job travel for Jack in the Box, just try to use it. Sometimes it could be different, just then change it. But it's better to consistent, and then try to conform it. That's all you need to do. Then you can create a rule in here. So say create a rule in here. So this one is the Jack in the Box one. Okay, that's the name of the company, vendor, and then figure out, if you have more than one account, it could be your credit card, it could be your bank account, it could be more than one credit card. Just select all bank account, just for your own, you know, and then the in here, this is the one description, Jack in a Box, and you could select the bank text. That's the preferred one. That's what I like to do. So Jack in a Box, and change that to bank text, and then you have the vendor already in here, and the bottom. So if you have a PayPal bank account, it won't you won't allow you to select all and then auto add. So if you have a PayPal bank account and you're creating bank rule, you have to uncheck the PayPal bank account. Then you can create auto confirm in here. So what auto confirm does is, once you set up this rule, what the rule is saying is basically, hey, if I go to Jack in the Box and uh, eat meals for my when I go to travel for my customers, just categorize to job travel meals. That's all it's saying. And in your bank account, when you download, you will see Jack in the Box. So these are the rules in here. Whenever it's in your bank feed, you will see Jack in the Box, and that's your bank text, and just categorize to uh, you know this travel meals account, and then auto confirm it. So next time, whenever you go to Jack in the Box, it will automatically categorize to your job travel meals account, and you don't have to worry about it. It automatically uh, confirm it, and it will post to uh, your account register in your bank account. Okay, so that's it. That will save you a lot of time. Okay, I'm just gonna save this. So now it's done. So you got to do the same thing for the other ones too. Like in here, In and Out Burger. So you have to decide what it is, and same thing. Create a rule. So you can copy it actually. So in here, In and Out Burger. So in here, In and Out. Sometimes it's kind of hard to copy it, but copy it. Okay, create a rule and paste this thing. Okay, so it's money out, and say all bank accounts. In this case, I have PayPal. You may not have that, then you don't have to worry about it. And so you got everything in here, account here, then auto confirm it. So this is how it works. So try to set up bank rules for the expenses first, because the deposit from your customer, the activity could be something different. So just start with the expenses, so it'll make your life a lot easier for you. And in once you have certain experience, then try to deal with the deposit side. Okay, so deposit is sometimes, if you do not have uh, don't invoice it, Basically, this is like a in and out type. Then if you do income, then you have to just categorize the income, account. Okay. So now, that will do. What will happen is basically the bank will download transactions. It's in your bank feed. For review, is your bank feed, and then once you categorize it, it's in your QuickBooks Online register. So it will move from here for review to categorize right here, like this. Download transaction in here from the bank once a day. And sometimes it doesn't download. You can click the update here. Sometimes it's clogged in or something. It's not connected. You can click the update, and then it will it's a download transaction. And if it is not downloading, and if some showing error due to some bank connection issue or something, it will show a red line in here, red sign in here, error message. So then you have to reconnect again. Okay, so basically the way it works is for review, once you categorize, it goes in here in your bank register, and then the excluded one is if it's a duplicate transaction, you know, it normally doesn't happen. So sometimes it could happen if you're just starting it and it's using, you know, uploading it from Excel. It could be duplicate transaction. You don't want to categorize the duplicate transaction for so then you just move it from here to exclude it. Just click it, and exclude it. What happens is I'm just going to do it. So now it's in here. It's in here, and that means you won't see it here under for review. It's in here, and this is nowhere. So if you want to delete this, you can delete it. And if you want to undo it, undo means you want to move back. Hey, I made a mistake. I want to categorize this thing. This is a real expense. It's not duplicate. You move from undo to for review again. So it's in here again. All right. So that's the bank transactions. So once you have categorized all the bank activities in banking transactions, your P&L will step up a little bit, right? And then if you have certain you bought a car, or you have SBA loan, that type, then you have to look down the road. You have to watch more videos, and you can watch my videos and get some help, or some other videos on YouTube, or consult with your tax accountant. How to set up. Okay, so and also let's say once you set up this and you make a monthly payment for a car. I don't have any big transaction here. I'll just do it this one here. And so whenever you make monthly payment, you will have principal payment and interest on that loan. So basically, what you do is then you need to split those transactions in here. See split transaction in here under category, next to category. Sometimes it could be at the bottom. They can move around. So just look for split transaction like this, and then so the first one is the principal. So that would be your liability setup. You have liability on your books, so you got to look for how to set up liability. Let's see if I have liability in here. Yeah, let's say this is the long-term liability one. you know so if your principal go in here, principal portion, let's just say $18 is your principal, and then let's say the interest portion is interest paid is $2.45. Oh, okay, make sure the difference is zero in here. Although if you try to confirm it, it will give you error message anyway. Okay, so this is how it works. See, $18 for your principal payment. That goes to your liability, and $2.45 your interest on that loan. Uh, so you'll get, when you make the payment, they'll send you a bill invoice. So it's based on that. You're making $20.45 payment, and here's how to split it, and then save it. Okay, so that's how to handle uh, your loan part. Okay, so if you have a loan, basically you will have to add loan in here. See, so when you have a loan, let's say a car, you have two sides. One is you have to watch other videos, my other videos. So you have your assets, that's your car, and uh, and the other side is your loan that you have to pay to that's your liability to your bank. Okay, so now that part is done. Let's see what else is in here. And now the other part is so if you're transferring from your own money uh, to your business, sometimes the business needs money, and you have you transfer from your own checking account. Okay, so all you have to do is to use this record as a transfer and transfer from. It'll be most likely it'd be like your equity type, see owner's equity, owner's investment. So you'll have something like this, an equity account. Owner's equity and owner's draw type. You gotta create something like this and then do it. So what this does is, hey, I put $4.79. I transfer $44.79 from my personal account. That's my own money to my business. So that's what it is. You know. Okay. Then confirm it. So basically, then it will add the money to your business bank account, and it will show as your equity contribution for your business. Okay. So that should cover it. And now, what happens if you have uh, certain expenses, by mistake, or you just use your personal credit card, you know? Okay, so that's how. So don't try to connect it here. If it's your personal credit card type, Okay, or it could be business too, or checking too, So all you have to do is go to the chart of accounts in here. Chart of account, you see it here. So the focus is still transactions one, this one. So you will be coming here, a lot whenever you log in. Okay, so see, we know how to create rules now. We went through this, bank transactions, rules, and chart of accounts. Okay, so let's go to chart of accounts. So this is the one. Once in a while, you use your bank credit card, your personal credit card, and well, this is really your. I charge it for my business. Okay, so just click the equity in here, and you'll see the owner's equity in here, and uh, then the I don't have to in here draw. So you withdraw like or well, owner's equity is fine. Equity. I'll deal with both equity in here. Okay. All right. So this one is your bank is not connected, and you have certain expenses. That's really business type. Okay, so just click the owner's equity, whatever equity you have in there. This is a contribution. So if it's this one happens to be, for example, sample for the two partners. So if it's a partner type, then select whatever you have. So it will process the same. All right, I'm just going to click this. You register, and in here, all you have is add journal or transfer. Okay, so if you're adding expenses from your personal credit card to your business chart, just use this. And let's say you went to Jack in the Box, and okay, so It's the you'll have to select the